Focus FM, radio for us.
And I'm not alone. I got the spiciest of them all. I got Miss Teen Namibia 2013 in studio with me this afternoon. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. You have a radio voice, actually. You know that?
Fun fact, I used to volunteer as a radio presenter.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You should take it up again.
I think so, I will.
What would you say, what quote best describes you?
What quote best describes me? I don't think this is a quote, it's more of a philosophy, but I would say mind over matter, because that's something I try to implement in my everyday life all the time, and that's what gets me through everything that I need to do.
Sounds lovely. Now, as teenagers, we are always hooked to social media platforms. We are always on the latest social media platforms. So what social media platforms are you constantly on? If you can't put your phone down, you find yourself like
TikTok. Like, I go on TikTok and I can sit scrolling mindlessly for like 5 hours. You haven't had a single thought. You haven't thought about who's around you, what's outside. You are only focused on the videos you are seeing. TikTok, I love it. But I am active on all social media platforms, as well as LinkedIn, actually. So, yeah.
You are set, eh? If you're on
Yes.
LinkedIn, you are ready to be an adult.
Yes.
Now, when you were filling out your application form for Miss Teen Namibia, did you think it will get you to the point where you are crowned as Miss Teen Namibia for this year, where you're like, okay, I feel like I have a chance, I have a really good chance of actually coming out as a winner?
Yes, I did. While I was filming out my entry form, I did think I stood a good chance to win, because I did a lot of research about what it takes to win, and I put in a lot of effort to adapt those characteristics and work them in with who I already was. So I felt that I stood a strong chance.
Awesome stuff. You put in the work and the results are definitely
Yes,
here.
definitely.
Now, a beauty pageant is not just about competitions, but it's about the experience one undergoes, especially with a lot of girls who build a whole sisterhood. So how would you describe the experience for you as Miss Teen, as the build up towards Miss Teen Namibia? What would you take away from this experience?
I've taken away a good, in addition to having had experiences I've never had before, like staying at the Dome in Swakopmund for our final show, which is absolutely amazing. I've made a really strong group of friends. To this day, we still speak, we still check up on each other. So I think the biggest takeaway, other than winning, was the friendship and sisterhood I built with my other finalists.
Awesome stuff. Now, I want to play you a clip, and then I want to ask you how you felt on when this clip or when this moment happened to you. So I want to play the clip now. Just have a listen to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Teen Namibia 2023 is Oriana Ribeiro. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Oriana Ribeiro one more time.
So tell us what emotions went through, because I was watching the show that Friday that I was watching it, and yeah.
I'm going to be so honest with you. When you're on stage, I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but I disassociated on stage. Every time that I got onto stage, I don't think I was completely focused. It was more like muscle memory, just doing what you have to do, and then you get off, because everything is happening so fast. There's no time to really process what is even happening. So in that moment, I was just like, oh, okay, because at first I didn't actually hear my name.
Yeah, we all noticed it.
Yeah, so after I heard my name clearly, I was like, oh, okay. And then I started crying because I had a long day. So to be honest, how did I feel? I did feel grateful though. Once my predecessor put the crown on my head, I started to feel immensely grateful. And I could sort of envision the year leading up, and I started getting really excited.
That's awesome stuff. Leading into that, what programs or projects will you focus on in terms of your reign as Miss Teen Namibia?
During my reign, I will be focusing on writing books. So I've already released my first short book titled Overcoming Your Mind, and it serves as a practical and basic guide to changing your mindset. It's free, and it's linked in my Instagram bio. In addition to that, I'm going to release 2 more free short books, one about emotional intelligence and the other about intentionality. In addition to that, I'm also going to formally publish a guided journal that will include exercises, prompts, and illustrations that should help the readers unlock deeper levels of self-awareness.
Awesome stuff. So that's your focus for your reign as Miss Teen Namibia.
Yes, it is.
Now, as a role model, because now you are a role model to many young girls, how do you plan to inspire young girls around the country?
In addition to all that I'm doing for my advocacy, it's extremely important to me to lead by example, to make sure that I'm representing all different kinds of people, not just girls, all different kinds of people from different parts of Namibia, and also in how I carry myself with integrity, with respect and kindness with everyone I interact with. And I'm hoping that when people see how I carry myself and how I interact with other people, that they can take from that.
Definitely. Now, if you had to use one word to describe Namibia to someone, what would that word be?
There's so much to choose from. I don't want to say diverse because that is so basic. So we are not going to say that. I think I want to say talented because there's a lot of untapped potential in Namibia that we have yet to discover and yet to be presented to the world. So I think that once people start to realize that there are a lot of skilled and incredibly talented people in Namibia, they'll start to see who we really are and how much we actually have to offer.
Awesome stuff. You mentioned you're planning to release 2 more books. So what else is on your bucket list of stuff to do?
It's not completely planned yet, but I would also like to work as a part-time counselor at the Lifeline/Childline organization. Yeah, so.
Why is mental health such an important issue to you? Because I've also during your question when you answered as Miss Teen Namibia at the pageant, you mentioned a lot of emphasis on mental health and well-being as well. So why is this such an important factor for you as Miss Teen Namibia?
It's important to me, number one, because I've personally dealt with struggling with your mental health and I've experienced how crippling it can be to your life and to your overall future. And I know that a lot of people today are struggling with that and not getting much attention for it. That's why it's so important for me to release the books that I'm writing for free so that everyone can have access to that information, because most people in our country can't afford to go see a psychologist or even to go to like exclusive books or P&A and buy a book for $200. So I want to start bringing a greater awareness to that so that people can start taking it seriously and actually start living their best lives and being happy where they are.
Awesome stuff. Now, what's your favorite phrase you'd like to use? That one phrase that everybody knows when you enter the room, when you speak, that phrase is always coming. What's
Purr.
That? Purr.
Purr.
Why?
I said, I don't know if you guys thought I was going to say something really profound. It's purr. It's purr. I say purr to everything. Oh, I ate a cookie. Purr. Big slay. Purr. Period. Those are my key phrases.
Now, when your reign comes to an end, what would you want to be remembered as when your reign comes to an end as Miss Teen Namibia? What do you want to leave behind your legacy?
A transformational leader. First of all, I'm the first Black Miss Teen, so that's already something of note. That's already changing things completely. And in addition to that, I want to be known as someone who improved the organization for the next girls and made a notable impact on our nation.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for joining us, and definitely you are very, very wise.
Thank you.
Very wise. Any last words you'd like to say? Shout out, anything?
I want to say thank you for having me. It's always such an honor to speak on radio because not only do I get to practice my public speaking skills, but I get to get my voice. I have the opportunity to get my voice out there for people to hear what I'm thinking. And you guys are actually aiding to me having more influence. So I'm extremely grateful for that. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who listened.
Thank you for being here, and you're more than welcome to stop by any other time, actually.
Thank you. I will.
Stay tuned to Focus FM right here. 20 minutes past 4, it is the E-Biz show.
Hey, girl. Focus FM, radio for us.